Hello, this is another episode of the history of the atomic structure, or the history of the atom. Up until this point, we have talked about the major people are Thomson with his atomic theory, meaning that basically, if you want to know about matter, you are looking at atoms. And then the main subatomic particle that we've talked about now up to this point is J.J. Thomson. As you saw your video on, through the use of a cathode ray tube, he hypothesized that, or he came up with the concept of what he called corpuscles, which are negative particles emanating from atoms, which we call electrons. Before we get to the next major person, who is Rutherford, who deals with or talks about the structure of the atom, as in how are these subatomic particles actually oriented or located in the atom. There are several people that are just as important, but I do not want to take as much time to talk about. So these people, I just wanted to know the information off of this webpage. Plus, I also included information about the known subatomic particles. So you can see what it says about J.J. Thomson. The one thing I think that the video didn't really explain was the fact that they didn't highlight it, was the fact that from Thomson's experiment, they basically not only is it an electron, but there is only one thing or one type of electron. There are not. It's not a family of things. At least they hadn't explained it yet. So the next person I wanted to quickly talk about is a guy named McLeod, and as you can see, what he did was he actually figured out the actual mass in charge of an electron from knowledge of J.J. Thomson's ratio, and he did it by using a sensitive oil dropping equipment, which if you want to look, you can go on online or YouTube and find actually a YouTube video on it. The other subatomic particles were discovered, but one was Goldstein, and actually there's a few people who supposedly have discovered the proton, but we're going to use Goldstein. And then the other one, which was discovered later, was from Chadwick, is the neutron. So from those, what we have are the three main subatomic particles. These particles actually are made up of other smaller particles, but that's called, we're going to leave that to the physics class to explain. The proton, the neutron, and the electron are the subatomic particles that we will, in chemistry, only deal with. And the proton and the neutron have the same mass, and it's located in what we call the nucleus, which we'll talk about with Rutherford. And then the electron is the negative charge substance, which is basically 1/2000th the mass of the proton or the neutron. So the nucleus is where almost all of the mass of the atom is located. So again, the next thing we will talk about is Rutherford's experiment that will actually come up with this concept of the nucleus. So, thank you.